As we've seen throughout the day, a young person's lifelong journey from pre-K to 401k needs a lot of help and even more guidance. Nonprofits and their volunteers can't do it alone. They need the support and participation of the government, foundations, and corporations to really help prepare students for post-graduation career success. To discuss this important collaboration, we're joined by three key participants in this space. Doug Michaelman, he's the president of the 1 Million Project and the chairman of the Sprint Foundation. Samir Jain is a CTO of Barclays Investment Bank, and the CEO of America Needs You, Kimberly Harris, joins us as well. Thank you, guys. Appreciate your time. So, Doug, let's begin with you. Tell me a little bit about the 1 Million Project. What is it?
Yeah. An amazing entrepreneur, Marcelo Clare, was named to be Sprint CEO a few years ago. And he said to me, we've got this incredible national wireless network. We need to use it for good. And so we spent some time figuring out what could we do with this billions of dollars of investment beyond sell it to consumers and give them a good experience. And we had identified this problem called the homework gap. And the problem is so much high school homework has to be done online. And yet there are 10 million high school students who, when they leave the school doors at the end of the day, they go home to a home without internet access. And that creates a homework gap. It's a huge inequity. So what we did is we developed and created the 1 Million Project. And over the next 5 years, we intend to help 1 million of those students. And we're going to give them a free mobile device and free Sprint service for their high school careers. And that allows them to learn online wherever they are, whenever they want to do it, and giving them the same ability to go home safely in a safe space, do their homework just like those students in school who are more fortunate than them. Doing
their homework, of course, is critical. Also learning those skills, right? Like you're left behind if everybody else has those tech skills and you didn't get them because your parents couldn't afford technology in your household. Tell me a little bit about what Barclays is doing. Obviously, IT is going to be critical for the growing workforce. What's your strategy?
So at Barclays, the Citizenship Agenda focuses on employability and helping people gain skills to join the workforce. And this is directly aligned with Barclays' mission, which is to help people achieve their ambition in the right way. Because of our scale and size, we get really good insights into skills that are missing from the communities. And we feel there's a responsibility to do something about it. So we partner with organizations like Prescholas to build platforms where our colleagues can contribute their time and experience to help others through activities like mock interviews, with career counseling, with mentoring, or even to define new curriculums to help people gain skills to join the workforce.
It's interesting. It's what we often talk about, the soft skills, but really those soft skills are the skills today, right, Kimberly?
Oh, absolutely. At America Needs You, we focus on the hard skills as well as the soft skills that are essential to select, to secure, and to succeed in careers. So we work exclusively with first-generation college students from low-income families who have a graduation rate of about 11%. But if a student can make the connection between what they're learning in the classroom and a future career, they're 6 times more likely to stay in school and to graduate. And so that's really what we're all about. What's unique about the program, our intensive career development program, is that we match students one-on-one with mentors who coach our students for about 2 years. They dedicate over 200 hours of support. In fact, we had a workshop this morning where we were touching on interviewing as well as complex decision-making. And it's really essential to really work with mentors so that they give our students practical insights and clear ideas as they build out their future careers.
And have you seen a change in those numbers for the students that you're dealing with in graduation?
Absolutely. We're proud to report that 96% of our students graduate and 91% of them are graduating with full-time jobs. And they're earning more than their peers.
Oh, that's such great news. That's wonderful. Doug,
the power of mentorship.
It really does. And the 2 years is a long but obviously worthwhile investment. Doug, clearly technology in a family can be expensive. I mean, the reason somebody doesn't have wireless in their house, right, is not because they don't want their kids to be successful. It's because they can't afford it. They can't actually afford the technology. How do you plan to level the playing field for all these kids?
Well, I think that's the true essence of this program, is we're trying to address an inequity. Those students, we all know that everything we do today is on that mobile device. And the world's increasingly going to be that way. And schools over the last 20 years have done a great job of upgrading the infrastructure in their schools, and classrooms across the country are largely wired. And that's happened in the last 20 years. But then there's that student who leaves the building at the end of the day, and they are cut off. And it's a huge inequity, it's a huge unfairness, and that student simply can't compete on a level playing field like the student who does. So by giving them the equipment and the service at no cost to them, they have a chance to succeed and reach their full potential.
Samir, I'm going to ask you the final question. Often these things are framed as charities when you're talking to a corporation. Why is it good business to bring a more diverse mix of young people who can do IT into a company like yours?
So at Barclays, we feel that individuals within the company define the business you do. And so to have a good, sustainable business, you need to have a really diverse workforce. And diversity in every aspect of the word, we think is really important, and we really promote it across the organization.
And that makes for a good business decision.
Oh, yeah. Good and sustainable business. Yeah.
Kimberly, is it a hard pitch to your corporate partners?
Absolutely not.
I kind of knew the answer to that.
We believe in developing mutually beneficial corporate partnerships, and we provide our partners with diverse sources of talent and also volunteer engagement opportunities. And in turn, they provide us with financial support, but also in-kind support. We really try to be strategic about the types of partnerships that we're creating. For example, we worked with a consulting firm that hired a number of our students, but also led our strategic planning process.
Well, fantastic. All right, Kimberly and Samir and Doug, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for talking with us.